You are gonna want to watch this if you like your movie shot with a potato. Hi, this is Shellscape Pictures, and this is the review for 28 Days Later. After Caesar the Ape releases an incurable rage virus, homie Killian wakes up with his cock out to find out no one is around in an empty city of London. After being saved from the infected by this savage chick Selena, they set out on a path to find a home that's safe from the infected. First off, the music score is really good. It's done by John Murphy, and he made an incredible theme song, and it's very memorable. Honestly, throughout the entire film, it's just good. Like, the score fits the whole entire film. The cinematography is pretty decent overall, and obviously this film was shot with 4DP cameras, so it obviously looks like crap. Once you blow it up on a 4K TV, it just looks absolute like shit. There's a few cool shots here and there with the empty streets and such. Overall, I think this film didn't really age too well with 4K TVs in mind. The story itself is pretty well a straight up survival story. Jim wakes up not knowing what happened to all the people in London. All of a sudden he's getting chased by the infected. He gets saved by these two people, one being Selena. A whole gas station blows up, which is really awesome. And then they go to a safe place, and then they tell him, hey, this is what happened to everybody. They all got infected and went crazy. When he does meet up with Selena, you can just tell this chick is written very good because she's definitely very masculine, and she's just really savage as fuck. As soon as they go to Jim's parents' house, he finds out his parents are dead. Then homie lights a candle at night, trying to look at stuff because he can't sleep, and then the infected come in, fuck shit up. Selena's friend gets bit by one of the infected. Oh, you're infected? Oh, here's a machete, and just bang, 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 and just kills the shit out of him. This chick is savage as fuck. So I do think that's how you can make actual good female characters Hollywood, or put them in those situations where they have to do those certain things. Otherwise, why even bother? Why even bother trying them? If they're just invincible, that's just dumb. They have to be vulnerable, because if they're not vulnerable, it doesn't make it really compelling, especially to the audience. After that, they try to find more survivors. They see an apartment building with lights on, so they're like, hey, let's go there. Go up like a few flights of stairs here and there, and then they realize they're getting chased by infected, so they run up the stairs, and then that's where they meet Frank, who then helps them. And they also meet Hannah, and there you go. You meet another two characters in a very intense way, and it was great. It has its highs and lows, and it works really well. They then decide to leave to a military outpost that they heard about on a radio call, and then they're like, yeah, let's go down this dark ass tunnel. Why would you ever go down this dark ass tunnel? And then they go down there, a tire pops, then they're changing the tire, and then the infected are coming, and it's just a really good scene. It's very intense, very suspenseful. Get the tire on, good to go, and they leave just before the infected come and get them. It's great, and it feels really good. This movie is basically a toxic relationship. It's got its highs, and it's got its lows. And that's basically how this movie works, and it works really well, especially when they get to the grocery store and they're just having a good time. They gain all this food and such, not eating damn candy bars. Every time they have a celebration in this film, it just feels really, really good, and that's what you get for that roller coaster ride, you know? So this movie does a really good job at making a fun roller coaster ride. Then they make it to a field and they just chill and relax and celebrate what they've accomplished, essentially, which I think is really good. Every celebration in this film just feels very earned. This is a good time to slow down the film and, just relax. Jim here gets a nightmare where he wakes up alone. That actually really makes a lot of sense because he did wake up alone, and having a nightmare where he wakes up alone makes a lot of sense. So then when he wakes up again, there's nobody there, and then they actually show up. And it kind of just shows how he's traumatized by that. Could you just imagine waking up and no one is there? Probably feel somewhat traumatized, wouldn't you? I would anyway. They then get to the military outpost and nobody's there. We came all this way for nothing, essentially. Then Frank has to look up and he gets a drop of blood from an infected in his eyeball. He starts turning into one of the infected. A military guy comes in and he goes bye-bye and turn it off. And that's what they did to him. And then Hannah's acting is just weird. Whatever, I don't know what happened to her. She's like, Dad? Your dad just got murdered. All three of them get taken by these military guys to this mansion outpost that they have, and everything seems to be pretty good until it's not. Turns out that these military guys were promised women, and they kind of want to rape them. Jim wasn't a big fan of that by any means. And then another military dude was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. And then they basically get ousted, and the military dudes want to make them go, bye-bye, turn it off. And they do with the one military dude, and Jim gets away. Then Jim seeks out revenge on these military guys, and he basically becomes a killer. And it's kind of interesting how his character transforms from a guy that's alone to being friends with Selena, then actually caring about them, and then he turns out that he's actually a killer as well. Jim comes back and takes down all these guys. He lets loose one of these infected military dudes, and he lets them run free. Just take care of these military dudes that want to rape everybody. All these military guys basically to get taken out, it feels very rewarding and earned. That's just how I felt throughout this entire film. Military dudes go bye-bye, turn it off. Then Jim rescues Hannah and Selena, and they live happily ever after in the countryside. And that's the movie. Overall, this movie is just a really good time, and it's very rewatchable. I'd probably give this like a 7.5 in my opinion. It could have been an 8.5 if it didn't look like absolute shit. But obviously that was Danny Boyle's intentions. At the same time, it just didn't age too well in that category. Probably be better if you watch this on a phone than like a big 4K TV. That's the only gripe I really have about the movie. By the end of this film, you just feel satisfied, and it's just a good time. That's the review for 28 Days Later. If you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me if you really enjoy 28 Days Later, because it is a very good film for $8 million. And of course, if you didn't like this video, bye-bye, turn it off!